He doesn't like sitting back. Against Real Madrid last year, he should have sat back a bit more and then tried to counter attack. He didn't do that. He wanted to play his still open football. Real Madrid caught him on the counter, and that was it. They lost.
Yeah, but that alright.
It's too open. You have to close the game.
You look at the man. I think in my eyes, Champions League, I think it's three. There's 3 clubs that I reckon can win it. I'll give you my order. Who's first, and then second and third. And to me, first, I think it's Man City's year. I think Man City's got it. Number 2 is PSG, and number 3, Munich.
Alright, I can't argue it. Man City, it depends on Pepe. Pep has screwed up quite a few times already in the Champions League. Screwed up last year, screwed up the year before. That's what I'm saying.
Might he have learned from that now?
I don't know, he didn't learn from the first one against Liverpool, and he still screwed up against Real Madrid last year. If Haaland gets injured, they're screwed. I don't think Julian Alvarez is good enough to win in the Champions League.
I don't know, he looks
pretty good. He does, but can he win you the Champions League? Haaland can win in the Champions League. His record is immense, compared to everyone else's. They
got no other striker apart from Haaland.
And Julian Alvarez.
And
he's scored a few goals in the Premiership.
I personally think it's his year.
I don't think PSG, they're struggling. They're struggling. Even in the league, they're struggling. Man.
I think PSG's problem is they haven't got good competition week in, week out.
But I think that's Bayern. I think that's Bayern's problem as well.
Yeah, I think that's gonna make them go a little bit like when it comes to the.
But they're struggling. They struggled yesterday. Yesterday they played. They won 1-0. Struggled. Yeah. I think they're like five shots on target.
But if you're saying that, right, and that's been. That hasn't just been this season or last season.
It's been for years.
Yeah, and Munich still won the Champions League
once.
Yeah, but they've still won it.
Yeah, but
I can't believe you've excluded
Real
and all this.
I think Real will be there and thereabouts. They were lucky last year. It went their way. It was their year. Last year,
I think Benzema had an ex.
No, but you knew everything fell to Benzema.
But they played well.
They got destroyed. They were lucky against Chelsea. They didn't win the game away the first leg. They did. They would have been up.
Yeah, but in terms of playing well, I meant like most of the games were possession-wise weren't with them. But in terms of when they were effective,
it went their way. You need luck to win trophies. No luck can get nowhere. You have to have luck.
Yeah, but that's.
And I think they burnt all their luck last year.
Well, they used their luck at the right time, didn't they? They done what they had to do. They done it.
I think Man City are probably the favourites to win it, but I wouldn't make them favourites. I don't think there's any team that stands out in the Champions League. Apart from Man City,
I also agree with Man City.
With Haaland coming in, the way he's been playing,
as long as he doesn't get injured.
I don't think he's a fine specimen of a man, if I can say so.
Just like you.
Look at him, young guy. Look at him. He's a giant. Bro, he's fit.
He bullies.
Someone who's as big as that should not be as fast as that.
Yeah, he's strength. He
but
bullies.
If he gets tackled like his dad used to tackle, he's out for a few games.
That's the thing, man. He gets an injury. I don't know if Alvarez. They won't be able to do it.
I didn't even heard the guys. I goes to the show.
I reckon.
Where did he come from?
River Plate.
I think for him to be injured, it's going to be a big.
Well, just a little high tackle.
Because his pedigree, he's like, it's like the Terminator, bro. Or not even the Terminator. Who's the guy in the Terminator? The one that's got them hands that keep turning into metal, and he's chasing after the car. That's what he's like. Yeah, he's a monster, bro. And for his age, his build.
What's his thing? 25 goals and 20 Champions League.
Nah, it's
round about that now.
Something great.
He's got more goals than games.
I think he's got 21 goals in 20 games now, or 22 goals in 20 games, something like that. I think he's one or two.
Also in the league, he's got more goals than games at the moment.
Yeah, he's got 11 goals in 6 games.
So we're saying 3 Man City, and you.
I think Man City.
They're the best equipped to win it.
Yeah.
I think.
But if Pep gets it wrong, there's no clear favourite in the Champions League this year. I don't think there's a clear favourite. There's no team that stands up. PSG is PSG. They were all over Real Madrid. One mistake cost them the whole game. They went to disarray after that mistake. Donnarumma.
I don't think they're as strong this year as they were last year. PSG.
No, I don't know this manager. Gutiérrez. Alright, but
I'm saying PSG, basically specifically on their top 3 players. If they all turn up and they haven't had all this shite that's been going on between them and all whatever, if they turn up and they synchronize together, having those 3 coming up against you, it'd be like a defender's nightmare.
I know, but I don't know. The midfield's a bit weak. That's what I think is their problem.
Oh, no,
Vitinha's coming. Vitinha wasn't a great supporter, and he's coming and starting.
Sanchez?
He's on the bench. He had a really bad season, so I don't know. A really bad injury last year, so I don't know how he's gonna.
We have to give them time, don't we? So we have to see how it goes. I think. They're still you're discarding quite a few other clubs. Barcelona, no?
Don't know yet. Barca's they bought quite a few, so it depends on the job.
Lewandowski up front.
I think
Guarantee goals, more than likely.
Yeah. He's got a better record than Messi and Ronaldo as well. So he goes to game in the Champions League.
That's definitely for me at the moment in terms of as a whole, group-wise, defence, midfield, attack. Man City stand out to.
They are the obvious people to win it, team-wise. Because I think their second team could win the Champions League. But Pep's naive. That's the problem. He's very naive when it comes to tactics sometimes. He thinks he's better than everyone else.
Or set in his ways.
Yeah, he thinks he's better than everyone else. He tried against Liverpool, he lost. Not playing Rodri in that midfield in the Champions League final. Screwed in the whole game. That lost him the game, that decision. Wasn't anything else.
But alright, the thing with Pep, right?
He doesn't like sitting back. Against Real Madrid just last year, he should have sat back a bit more. And then tried to counter attack, but he didn't do that. He wanted to play, he's still open football. Real Madrid caught one counter, and that was it, they lost. Now,
Yeah, but alright.
it's too open. You have to close the game.
You look at the Man City squad, right? Yeah. You say because Rodri didn't play, but they've got good enough players.
Yeah, but Rodri's that only sitting midfielder they have there. Now they've got Calvin Phillips, which is still to me is not a sitting midfielder. He's more of a deep playmaker.
I still think the bigger mistake for me was bringing a defensive midfielder and Fernandinho and putting him out right back.
Yeah, against you.
Yeah.
Vinicius Junior tore him apart.
That I didn't understand.
Last year, that tore him apart. Yeah, but they were struggling for fullbacks last year.
What were you not saying about Barcelona and their chances?
I think it's too many players. Too many new players. It depends on their job.
Not had enough time to gel and
In Spain, you got a few teams, but in Europe, depends who you catch, man. They get a proper oiled machine now.
I think they've probably got some of the best youngsters in the world at the moment.
They do.
They do.
But they bought Rafinha. They had their problems with De Jong. I don't know if that's got a rift or anything. I know he's playing still, but because of the Man United move, he didn't want to go and they wanted to go. They don't want to pay him his wages. So, but I think
I don't think this is going to be.
they bought quite a few midfielders.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think give Barca 1 or 2 more seasons, then maybe. I still don't know about Xavi's pedigree.
As a manager.
Yeah. Even though Barca's team weren't great last year, the Spanish league is not as good as it used to be. The Spanish league has regressed in the last 2-3 years. A lot. Compared to how it was.
So going back to the first point we were saying.
The best league. Then it was the Premiership.
I don't think
not
as
Liverpool,
a whole. Not even I mentioned.
I don't think Spain is as competitive as it
I
was.
just going to say, what do you think about Liverpool? Is Liverpool completely?
You know what?
You can't dismiss them because they've been there. They've been there around. The problem is with them is that, like I said, they've at the moment of the 14-15 man squad, they're limited in what they can do. I think given a chance.
He gave his way to Benfica.
He's too raw for his age. He should be not as raw. He's 24 already.
I thought Darwin was good for Benfica, better in the Champions League than it was in normal league.
The way Benfica played in Europe allowed Darwin to flourish. Bursting behind and everything.
I think he has a problem.
The other way around.
I think he has a problem at Liverpool because Liverpool normally can hold possession.
Yeah.
And he likes to make that run in between the centre back and the wing backs or left back, right back into their space.
If you watched Man City's first 2 games, Haaland was not hardly getting the ball. He was making runs because they keep possession. But now I think he's been instructed when Haaland's running, put it through.
But he's not one to get involved too much with the build.
He was making so many runs in his first few games. He wasn't getting the ball. Even the commentators were saying it. Look at Haaland's run. Look at this run. Look at that run. He wasn't getting.
Yeah, but all his goals have been in between those 6 yards.
Yeah, but now I think they've been instructed. When you see him run. He's getting hit more in the last few games. When he's got his hat, he's getting hit more. De Bruyne, you've got the best passer in the world in De Bruyne. No one can pass as good as De Bruyne.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely number one.
They got the best. I think they got the best left back and right back in the world. In Cancelo, best right back to me and his best left back.
Well, Cancelo to me,
In both positions, he's best.
I think he is one of the best players in the world because that kid, right, he can play right back, left back, but I also think he's good enough to play in midfield.
He plays half the time. He comes inverted.
And then I also believe,
He's
like,
incredible.
if you've seen some of the goals that this kid scored, it's like, wow. It's like some strikers would wish they could score goals like that. I reckon he's a player. I reckon you can play him in most places on the football pitch, and he will
excel. Yeah.
He will do.
He's very all round.
I think he is.
He's very all round.
It's
one
good.
of the
But
best.
go back to what they were saying about Liverpool. My thing with them, like I said, is that everybody in that team has dropped the level. The
Yeah.
only ones that can say that probably have been at somewhat decent Diaz and Alisson in goal.
Is that Liverpool? Was that Klopp? You know, this has happened to him before. 7 years ago in the red way.
Yeah, he's got his every.
Yes,
7
that
years,
is
Yeah.
the 7 year itch.
It's
Yeah.
like
It doesn't
The
do
big
it.
dip. Done it with Dortmund. He's fighting relegation. Then got sacked.
But I still think he got rid of the wrong player for me. I wouldn't have got rid of Mane.
I would have kept Mane and got rid of Salah. You picked between Mane and Salah.
I would pick Mane
He
over
was-
Salah all day. Me personally.
I think Salah's in that aspect more effective in getting the goals, but I think Mane was more effective in terms of build up play
I
with the
think
team.
Salah got more goals because he stayed closer to the goal. Mane done a lot more of the dirty work.
But they replaced him with Diaz, and I think he's come in and done a good
Yeah,
job.
but he's not.
I think Diaz.
He's not Mane's level though. It's a level down. One or
I
two
think
levels
they
down.
play slightly differently.
Yeah, but it's a level. To what Mane
And
gave.
he's 24 or so, 24, 25.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But Diaz, I think Diaz is
Mane's
really
got
good.
30.
Diaz is good, but he's nowhere near Mane.
I think he gives them something different.
Yeah, I think it's something.
Yeah,
I like him. If I had to pick out two players, I'll pick Mane. But I don't. He's a different type of player to him. I think he brings something different.
The only thing Diaz is different to Mane to me is he's more of a threat outside the box. That's it.
I think he's more
No,
skillful.
I think it's more
He works hard. Like, he's more. I think.
He can't be a player. He doesn't beat players as good as Mane. Doesn't matter if you've got skill.
Yeah,
To have skill doesn't mean you're a beat player.
but then you could say, oh, going back to Arsenal when we had Theo Walcott.
Like, he can't control ball.
No. He can't control the ball.
He can't
But
run the
he
ball.
still passed players. Why did he pass players? Just because of his speed. You got someone next to you, take the ball 20 yards in front
Yeah,
of
but
you and run.
skill-
That's it. Mane, I don't.
Saka is one of the best players to beat a player. He's got no skill. Where do you see Saka do skill? Just drop the shoulder. Wingers, too many people got this conception that you have to have skill to be a good winger. You don't have to be. To beat players, you don't need skill.
Well, most of the time I see him go thinking he actually plays with the back to goal,
Yeah.
holding him off.
I think
with his
Diaz
hands,
is
so.
really good, but I think
But Diaz doesn't do that. Diaz gets the ball and then runs at you.
Yeah.
And he's most effective, and he does it all the time, is when he cuts back on edge of the box and goes for the shot.
That's what I'm saying. He's that threat. He's got that more of a threat.
But the
outside
problem I
box
think
than
they've
Mane.
had is that everybody else has massively dipped in performance.
Trent.
So therefore,
What do you think of Trent?
well, the other day he walked.
Yeah, he walked. He
Oh,
walked
when he got hit
back.
past this, yeah, I know.
That's
was-
embarrassing
yeah.
as a player. Come on, man.
But
Put some effort in.
But do we say is that nowadays the modern wing back? They're more attackers than they are.
So what? So you're gonna bust the gut to go all the way forward
And then
Yeah,
and not do it the other way around
of
when
course.
your first job is to defend.
I think Trent needs to stop practicing pinging the balls in training and go back to basics and learn how to defend because he's a liability at the moment.
Yeah.
That's why I've always said Robertson's better than Trent.
Defensively, he is, but at the moment they're both somewhat doing a similar thing.
Yeah,
So
but-
even though Robertson will give you
But
more
Robertson-
energy coming back.
But Robertson gets almost as many assists as Trent.
Yeah, but look, the first 3 games, Gomez looked great, amazing, and look what happened to him the other day.
I don't
He
rate
got
Gomez.
found wanting.
I don't
That's been
like
massive.
Since his injury, I don't like him.
And even then, Van Dijk doesn't look like the same player.
Van Dijk's not the best centre back in the world anymore. He's not.
The only
So who is
difference.
To me, there's no great centre backs anymore. Not one.
Do you know with Van Dijk, right? Don't get me wrong.
The injury.
I think he's a really good centre back. Probably one of the best, if not the best, in the Premiership. But the problem that I look at him and think, is he good? Is he this good? Because of the strikers that he's dealing with in this time.
So
Because-
what, he outshines because he's playing against good strikers?
No, he's outshining because he's not got those world class strikers
Oh, right, okay.
to do. Because if you put him back a few years back, when you had like proper strikers, when you had
Like Drogba and stuff like that.
Drogba, Thierry Henry, Van
Rose.
Persie, Wayne Rooney, all those players, like they were attacking proper machines that would cause defenders problems.
I think injury screwed him a bit.
Well, we'll see. Once they play Man City and Arsenal, and I think they'll come up against Jesus if they're playing in Haaland, we'll see what he's about now.
Yeah.
But I think his injuries, he hasn't come back from his injuries like he was before.
I think
Matip makes him a little better than what. I think Matip is very underrated.
Matip was the better defender for me last year than anybody.
He stepped. I think he
So
stepped
Matip
up
makes him a little better than what he is. Matip does all the dirty work.
But that's what I'm saying. Then you can't have one or two players carrying a team.
No.
That's why they had last year and the years before. They would have 7 or 8 players always performing.
If you go
Maybe
by
3 or 4 might not work, but they would always work.
Go back to Liverpool winning it. If you go by the result during the week, 4-1 away to Napoli, I think Liverpool might be going down in the groups. They're not careful.
Well, Napoli done to Liverpool. Or Liverpool normally do to other teams.
Yeah.
They were like, seriously impressive.
I think Man City are the favourites. They are the favourites. I don't think there's anyone close to being favourites if you go favourites now. But then you got a pool like Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Liverpool.
See, I'm surprised no one went in for Osimhen and Napoli.
He's
He's got everything about his
They
game.
went 8 million for him. It's a lot of money.
Liverpool bought Nunes for how much?
And you heard the story about that. Apparently, Rui Costa got an email and started laughing.
So,
Yeah, I have.
Apparently, they lost.
So-
When they only wanted 40 million.
No,
and I think he's already more accomplished.
Yeah, he is.
Then,
He's
yeah,
about
overall.
the same age. He's about 25, 26 now.
So-
From what I heard, Liverpool came in with an offer to Benfica. Rui Costa saw it, and he couldn't believe it.
Start laughing.
And
All
then
laughed.
I think they emailed them back saying we want more money, like whatever, and then they came back with their final offer, and then apparently they were laughing about it and getting the champagne out and drinking with soda for.
So do you think he's going to change his style of play for Liverpool to how he was for Benfica?
He has to. For him to fit in, he has to. They don't. Liverpool, I don't know, man. He might start playing better when the team starts playing better. I don't know.
I think
He's too headless.
what
sometimes, man.
I think, right? There's a lot of players, strikers that play in the German league, Spanish league, Italian league, or whatever, Portuguese league, right? And they shine in that league because it's that league. And I think those players, there's only a few of them that can bring that into the Premiership, like Haaland. He's done it in Germany, and he's coming to the Premiership.
You mean like carry on playing
Like that.
They
They can deal with that league. I think there's certain players
Don't have the pedigree.
that don't have that pedigree. They shine in those leagues because I think of the
different
standard of that
type of
league.
league, yeah.
But they come back to
Very,
the
very hard
they
to
come
use.
to the Premiership, and I don't think they can hack it. Like, so obviously for him, for Liverpool,
The style play is different.
yeah, I know the style's
But
different.
should he be given a chance as well? Because obviously
Yeah,
sometimes you can't expect someone to come in
No, 'cause
first year and then obviously be at it like all guns blazing. There has to be this period of time to get for them to adjust. No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
different
it's
league.
like
and language
it's the
barrier
thing.
as well.
It's like
Thing is-
who did he get the red card against?
Only headbutt.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that what Fulham guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He bullied him.
but he bullied him, and this is what I'm saying. He
reacted
obviously
to that.
he reacted to
Anderson,
it.
yeah.
Anderson,
He was like, obviously he ended up headbutting him,
Yeah.
but that was
Anderson had that job to do.
You know,
they
they
done it
knew
wrong.
red card.
ever.
Liverpool got another clock for violent conduct.
Huh?
They've never had one.
No.
That's the first one.
But they
sure
No one's
probably
ever got self.
I'm sure Klopp would have told him afterwards.
they must have watched the video on him and saw him that he was vulnerable in that regard, or he could be bullied, or he
Yeah, but-
react.
Don't get. I think
Nunes is good at with his power. Haaland as well. He's good at running,
I think he's a good player.
but he's not as good in the box as Haaland.
I think he does too many mistakes. I'm not saying I know.
He's too raw. That's what I'm saying. He's raw.
I looked at videos and clips of him when he was at Benfica, and there were so many clips of mistakes
Yeah.
that he used to do, controlling the ball.
I think he tried too hard. He was trying too hard, and sometimes when you try too hard, you're not making.
He's too raw.
silly mistakes.
He's like a rough diamond.
Yeah.
And now will that rough diamond come out into a
Well, this is
perfect
a mistake. That the red card was a clear mistake. It's obvious. That's a school error. That is. So.
It depends, man. It depends. He's got the potential. He's in there, but will it ever be realised? It's the Premiership.
I don't know.
He's got the physicality for it.
Yeah, I think he's got attributes for the game, but like I said, I think the way he plays at the moment, it's got to be changed somewhat because, like I said, he likes to run in behind, and it showed against who was it the other day when he ran behind, did a half volley.
Oh yeah, tip to the ball. Everton.
Against Everton.
Yeah.
So that's his game. So now he's got to learn to adjust his game.
He's got to learn to hold the ball up now.
Yeah. And bring them.
He's going to be that focal point. He's got to do what Firmino used to do, the dirty work.
Yeah.
To me,
he's been great. He's been good this season.
Firmino.
He's been good.
Mane and
when
Salah
he's played Firmino, and he didn't play it. I know last game. I don't know. That's something.
I know that's right. He came back from his suspension. He straight into the team. I don't know, man.
So you're going to go what Man City for Champions League? I think.
They're my favourites.
I think they're the favourites. They are the favourites. First team and second team could win that Champions League.
Yeah, I think they're top, and then probably with a couple of in a round, I would go with the Reals.
Then you got that group underneath. You can't really pick because if Man City get kicked out, because it could happen.
Yeah, of course.
It's 2 games, man. Then they'll go in those games, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, if they get kicked out, then I don't know who's gonna win. I won't know.
Tough to call.
It's tough. A lot of teams are too similar.
PSG.
You still think PSG?
Listen, I'm telling you, they're going to be up there. If they're not, I'll be very.
I think it depends who they get.
But that's for anybody though.
No, but actually, Man City played anyone. I just think Man City will win.
Could be anybody.
Yeah, Man City are the only team in around there that I think, you know what, they're favourites to win the title.
Yeah, I'm saying
every time.
You're expecting or waiting for those three at PSG to click.
I think the worry of PSG is the group they're in. They've got Juventus and Benfica, who I think can both beat.
I think Benfica will beat.
Look what Benfica did against Barcelona. Who would have said 3-0? I think PSG's
Barcelona, when they beat Barcelona 3-0, they were in turmoil.
Yeah, rock bottom. But I think one of PSG's problems is the group they're in.
Yeah, but I still don't think Barcelona and Juventus are strong. Benfica and Juventus are strong as they were last year.
No, I think Benfica was stronger this year than last year.
Do you think?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Benfica were not great. I was so surprised they got so as far as they did. I was so surprised with Benfica last year.
Yeah.
Because in the league, they were horrendous.
Well, Juve have gotten a few players with Di Maria and Pogba and stuff. So,
but Pogba's injured, isn't it?
And
then it depends how Pogba, when he does come back, how does his black
I think Juve has got one of the best strikers in the world.
Well,
Vlahovic is great.
Yeah.
He's got everything about his game.
Yeah, it is. That's who Arsenal wanted. If Arsenal would have bought Vlahovic in January, we wouldn't have Jesus.
But he's got a bit of the newness about him as well. But he does actually play well with his back to goal.
Yeah. Well, I think Man City. Then you got the group. It's hard to pick.
So I think Man City.
Yeah,
Man City.